Ayurveda. It is Sunday and it's your date with Barberyn. Today we are at the Institute of Ayurveda and Alternative Medicine of Barberyn. We established this institute in 2002 and we undertake research. We have some training programs and now we make medicine and we also have a community clinic. And the place I am in, the home of the institute, belonged to my grandmother and grandfather. It was their home and it is a beautiful house with woodwork, perfect symmetry, unusual system of ventilation, cream and gold ceilings, and the house, according to Sri Lanka tradition, went to the son of the eldest brother of my father. My eldest cousin inherited the house and we eventually bought the house from him and we restored it brick by brick to its original splendor. And now when I stand in the dining room and look around me, I am amazed that over 100 years ago, they could get this perfect symmetry with just hand plans and drawings. At Barberyn, we often talk about the Ayurveda way of life. And today, one of our doctors at the Institute, Dr. Haresha, will explain to you what Ayurveda meant or what it means when it talks about the Ayurveda way of life. Because for an Ayurveda way of life, you also need to know and understand what is an Ayurveda daily routine. And that's what he will focus on. And today we have a special treat for you because after Dr. Haresha speaks, we will demonstrate a head oil application. And for that, we have with us Tilaka, who is the first therapist who joined Barberyn Reef. You may know that my father is the one who pioneered this idea of a resort concept of Ayurveda. We established Barberyn in 1968, and by 1982 he wanted to give our guests something special, something different. And he thought of the idea of Ayurveda. And we did authentic Ayurveda from the start. And in fact, it is Tilaka and Janani, her other colleague, and Sakuntala, who is our model today, who perfected the art of this synchronized body oil application. But today what we are trying to do is to not only demonstrate the head oil application, but to show you how you can do it on yourself. So after Dr. Haresha's little intervention, you will have a little bit of time to gather some oil or to sit down in a place where you can try the head oil application yourself. So now, Dr. Haresha, it's your turn.
Ayurveda. I am Dr. Haresha, a researcher from Barberyn Ayurveda Resort and Institute of Ayurveda and Alternative Medicine. In the wake of the COVID-19 outbreak, Dr. Chamal and I did a research on COVID-19 with the Ayurvedic medical system. 5,000 years ago, great sages had spoken about such infectious diseases as Janapado Swansa Roga. Sheikh Charaka says this is particularly due to moving away from a healthy state and from nature. My colleague Dr. Pushpa has already explained about healthy person described in Ayurveda. We all know the prevention is better than cure. While there is no medicine for COVID-19 as of now, we have found a number of important facts regarding the current outbreak through our research. Some of them are proper and nutrition food, good lifestyle, pleasant mind, and good immunity. Among them, enhance the body's natural defense system, that means immunity, plays an important role in maintaining optimum health. We are pleased to inform you that we have prepared some medicines that are mentioned in our authentic Ayurvedic text, which enhance immunity. One such preparation is Chavana Prashavaleha. It is paste like a jam, which in fact we made at this institute. We will give it to you once you come here. Meanwhile, we hope you remember the coriander and ginger tea we suggest in our first mail out. This is also an immune booster. Advancement in a society or its scientific progress leads to altered lifestyle which has many implications on human health and may lead to many disorders such as diabetic mellitus, hypertension, dyslipidemia, ischemic heart disease, and obesity. Those diseases are named as lifestyle disorders or diseases of civilization. Lifestyle diseases are different from other diseases because they are potentially preventable and can be lowered with changes in diet, lifestyle changes, and environment. As I mentioned before, a good lifestyle helps in enhancing our immunity. Let's think about what is good lifestyle. Ayurveda talks about ideal routine for our life. There are three aspects. Dinacharya, that means daily routine. Next one is Ritucharya, that means seasonal regimen. The last one is Sadruta, that means code and conducts. Today I will deal with the Dinacharya or daily routine. Dinacharya starts with wake up in the early morning before sunrise. Early morning before the sunrise is called as Brahma Muhurta, which means the hours of gods. I know this could be difficult to some of you, but try to wake up as early as possible. Once you get up early in the morning, you have to drink some lukewarm water. Then you may ask, how much water should I take? The water that you can hold in both the hands, which makes a concavity. The next point is evacuation. After waking up, you will feel the urge of urination and bowel evacuation. Then you will go to the toilet. Do not delay and always do not force to evacuate the bowel. If you don't feel the urge to evacuate the bowel in the morning, or if you are constipated, you should take healthy food, especially enriched with high fiber content. You should examine your diet if you are continuously constipated. If constipation persists, you can take some Ayurvedic pills or powders like Triphala powder or Triphala tablets. It is important to eliminate the stools in your bowels because the stool filled in bowels may develop toxins that can lead to gas bloating, flatulence, and acid reflux, and several other diseases as well. The second point is expressing gratitude and meditation. Once you wake up, you can spend even a few minutes expressing your gratitude to the universe and your life through chanting or through meditation. Early morning is a good time to meditate. You can meditate for at least 5 minutes and feel the surrounding and nature. Meditation after waking up helps you to get positive energy and make your day more constructive, joyful, and energy fulfilling. It also prevents all stress disorders, anxiety, and depression in your life. This will help you to have a better sleep too. Next is the cleaning of the tongue and teeth. In Ayurveda, it is called Danta Davana and Jiva Nirlekana. Ayurveda recommends the use of plant chewing from particular medicinal plants such as Saladora and special herbal powder. We have already made the herbal powder and now we start to make the herbal brushes from the Saladora plant at our institute. We recommended using a silver tongue scraper for cleaning the tongue. You can gently scrape the tongue. Scraping of the tongue in the correct manner brings valuable results such as prevention of frequent mouth ulcers, hyperacidity, peptic ulcers, gastritis, and increase of the secretions of digestive enzymes. Next point is oil pulling. In Ayurveda, it is called Gandusha. During oil pulling, take a small mouthful of such oil and hold it on your mouth without any gargling or movements. Virgin coconut oil is ideal unless sesame oil can be taken as an option. You have to hold the oil in your mouth for about 2 minutes, then throw it out. The next thing is to do is oil application. In Ayurveda, it is called Abhyanga. We can apply oil on your head and body. Oil application on head brings many benefits such as improve the eyesight, prevent the insomnia, that means lack of sleep, improve the memory and hair growth, reduce the stress, anxiety and depression, enhance the general well-being. Body oil application is also beneficial as it relieves the body pains, tiredness, debility and disabilities along with aging and improves the blood circulation. Oil application plays a main role during Ayurveda treatment too. The next point is exercise. This is referred to in Ayurveda as IAAM. The body is not made for a sedentary life. Due to the current scenario, most people are suffering from lifestyle disorders such as diabetic mellitus, ischemic heart diseases, hypertension, and dyslipidemia. Exercises or yoga asana for at least 30 minutes a day can make a big difference in your health. Next is bathing. In Ayurveda, bathing is called as Snana. The bath, apart from cleaning the body, it improves your appetite, vigor, strength and lifespan. Hot water should not be poured on the head, but you can use lukewarm water for it. Warm water is suitable for the lower body, that means below neck region. There are 3 vital points in our body that we should pay attention to: crown in the head, heart and lower abdomen. The point should be always be protected. That concludes my part on Ayurveda daily routine. I will hand you over to Mrs. Tilaka to demonstrate the Siro Abhyanga, that is head oil application. It is something you can learn to do yourself. Ayubowan.
Ayurveda. I am Tilaka. I am from Barberyn Health Center. This is my friend Sakuntala. I have worked 35 years and she has worked 30 years. So, Barberyn guests, they know both of us. Today, we show you head oil application. So we can take so many oils, and today we will use triphala oil, which is very good for everyone. If you don't have Barberyn oil, you can use white oil, coconut oil, olive oil, or you can even do without any oil. So now I show you how to do the head oil application. First take warm oil on your palm and 3 times put on the crown area like this. Then put all oil and rub the oil. Nearly 30 seconds. Now you can use your fingertips, then spread the oil, give the pressure, you can go throughout head, then take your back 3 times like this. Come up to shoulders. Next one, start from the neck, slowly go through the hair and stop the temporal point, give the pressure, then slowly come up and give the pressure. Calm down. Then stop the point. Give the pressure. Then slowly come down. I will show you where the point. This is behind the ear. This point. You can do like this. Again, take your back 3 times like this. Now you can use your fingertips. Give the pressure with a small jump. Go throughout the hair. Again, take hair back 3 times. Now you can use your both palm to the forehead like this. Again, take hair back 3 times like this. Next one, top, middle, down. You can put your fingers like this and give the pressure. Slowly come down. Then stop the point I showed you before. Slowly come down. Then the middle part also same. Give the pressure. Stop the point. Give the pressure. Slowly come down. The down part also same. Give the pressure. Stop the point. Give the pressure. Come down. Like this 3 times. Take hair back 3 times again. Finally, take hair back very slowly up to shoulders. Then very slowly then very gently come up to shoulders, then take your hand. So I go.
So, I hope you have learned all about the oil application which Tilaka and Sakuntala showed you. You would have seen that some strokes are very gentle, some are more vigorous, and most of the time they are using the tips of your fingers and then gently pressing it on the important points. You can try it with oil if you don't want to oil your hair, because once you have oil on your hair you have to shower and blow dry it. And these days it's also not easy to go to the hairdressing salon. You can even do it without any oil. At our institute, we manufacture oil, we make oil. Last year, we made 56 kinds of oil. Some oils are from the Ayurveda pharmacopoeia, that is the recipes that we have got from Ayurveda, written down. Some are from our traditional indigenous knowledge, we call it Ayurveda. And these are the recipes that have been handed down from one generation to another. Recently we made an oil which was a pain relieving oil. And this old Ayurveda physician who gave us the recipe told me, "Madam, this oil, in one shot the pain goes away." So we have named it One Shot Pain Relieving Oil. So next time you come, those of you who are suffering from any kind of oil, we can try it on you and see whether your pain vanishes. In fact, I know that most of you love the oil therapies. That synchronized oil application has been perfected by Tilaka and my father when he first started introducing Ayurveda to overseas guests in 1982. You may know that Barberyn is the first Ayurveda resort in the world. So, we thought of all kinds of treatment, all kinds of therapies in keeping with the principles of Ayurveda, and we continue to develop and make them grow. And at Barberyn, we have the privilege to engage with our doctors, many of them. In fact, now we have 32 doctors, and they come and they are trained in different schools. We have one group who are trained in the university. They study 5 years, they do an internship just like the Western doctors, and they study Ayurveda. And we have some doctors who have done a diploma in Ayurveda. They are called Ayurveda Shastri. And very often these doctors come from some hereditary Ayurveda physicians, or they have had some associations with Ayurveda. We also have what we call Paramparika Vaidya. These are doctors who have learned from their parents, from their uncle, and these are generational Ayurveda physicians. And they all bring their own skills and knowledge to the table. In fact, talking with Dr. Haresha and his colleague Dr. Chamal recently, they told me knowledge in Ayurveda is gathered in 3 ways, amongst others. And this has been told to us like thousands of years ago. He said, Daka Purudha. Daka is seen, Purudha is practice. Seen and learned. Asu Purudha. Asu is heard, heard and learnt. And the third one is Pala Purudha. Pala is you have done it. So practice, you actually done it. So you learn it by hearing it, you learn it by seeing it, you learn it by actually doing it. And the other day when I was discussing with them about Charaka and what Charaka had said 5,000 years ago about epidemics, they mentioned again how Charaka had said epidemics take place particularly when people deviate from being healthy. And as he said, we talked to you, we told you about how Ayurveda defines a healthy man. I don't know whether you remember, but Dr. Pushpa said, Samadosha, Samadhatu, Malakriya, Prasanna Atma Indriya. A person whose doshas are balanced, whose tissues are balanced, who has a good elimination and digestion, and whose mind, prasanna indriya mind, prasanna indriya atma, whose bodily functions are working well, whose mind is bright, the mind is alert. Prasanna is a difficult word to translate into English. That it is bright, it is glowing. Your body is like that and your mind is like that. And Charaka has also mentioned that problems arise when we move away from nature. And the other day we were talking about this at Barberyn, and we thought it is true that we have over the years evolved as a very materialistic society where pleasing ourselves is the most important thing. We think nothing of others if it means we can please ourselves. And we see this in Sri Lanka, the craving for material things, the craving even of things that do not belong to us. This has become the norm, and I think the self-isolation and the seriousness of this pandemic has brought us to a point where we can reflect on what is valuable, what we should strive to do, the integrity in our lives, the simplicity in our lives, the peace that we are looking for. So these are some of the things that we would like to share with you over the next few weeks and maybe next few months. So we will do our webinars in June. We have sent the schedule to some, and it will also be available in our website. We don't want to bombard you with emails and reminders. At the same time, we often have guests who call us and write to us 5 minutes before the webinar saying, we haven't got our link yet. It's the same link, same time, every Sunday. So thank you very much for joining, and thank you very much Dr. Harisha and Tilaka and Sakuntala and my 2 young colleagues, Lasni and Asanga, who helped to make this happen. One day during the seminars, I will introduce you to 2 people whom I know you would like to see. And that is my sister Kamini, who in fact lives next door to this place, and Millie, who joins us every time when we set up the webinar. So for today, that's all from Barberyn. Have a good Sunday and keep safe and well. Ayurveda.